All right, call hello Yahweh, Bahasham, Amasiak Yahweh Shah. That's all praise to the Most High God. Name is only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah. This is the brother Rob Meyer from the School of ZOH. And I want to put forth a lesson, King, family, about basically really loving your neighbor, man. I know a lot of Israelites, bro, who I've been in this truth for a little while, man. And one thing I've seen is there is brotherhood in Israel. I'm not here to say that there's not. But it's so much easier just to keep the Sabbath and not eat pork and celebrate the high holy days and you know what I'm saying, and wear the right clothing. You know what I'm saying, wear all keep all those laws. But for some reason, when it come down to loving your brother, Israel got a problem. It's like a schism. It's like that's the one thing that's really running Israel away from each other. It's the one thing that's keeping us from. It's one of the things that's keeping us from getting out of here. Israel don't really love thy brother. They don't really understand how to love thy brother, how to forgive thy brother, and move on and stuff like that. So, I want to start off with what the Christians call the great commandments, the two great commandments. Salakia, the wrong spots. Yeah. Salakia. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23, and Salakia, chapter 22, and verse 36. A man came, Salakia says, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? It said, and Yahweh Shah said unto him, Thou shalt love thy God, thou shalt love Yahweh thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. That's the first one. It says, This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So you brothers, I want y'all to really look, man. I don't care how long you've been in this truth. Because I mean, Salakia. Slovakia family. That was we new to this, so we're gonna run into a few issues every now and then. But I don't care how long you've been in this truth. It seems like brothers and sisters uh have a problem forgiving each other, and I want you to ask yourself: Are you really loving your neighbors yourself? Are you forgiving people for the things that you would want forgiveness for, even if you feel like in your head that's something you would never do to somebody? Let's say that you did, because really, I learned one thing I learned about life and this truth: never say never. You know what I'm saying? Brothers supposed to be striving to be on the right path, but never say never. And if you used to fall into that temptation, would you want somebody to forgive you? Would you, if you used to do your brother like that, would you want him to forgive you? And a lot of brothers, man, turning their back on their brother, and it shouldn't be like that, man. And you just being mad and you holding it in for no reason. You ain't doing nothing really about it. So like a lot of brothers is full of anger and upset, and they just letting it build up, and they're not even telling brothers about what's really going on with them. God forgive me, so like I don't know what's going on with this computer now. So, nothing else wrong. Okay. Yeah, I'll bear with me, so like I'm just gonna get it. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna read it from the phone. So man. I tried to have a little presentation for y'all, but dang, cheap laptop don't want to act right, man. Try one more time, see what it do. Oh, acting a fool. So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 15. It says, Moreover, thy brother, and this is the words of Christ now. It says, Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. Uh, if he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. And the thing is, you're not even going to find your brother. You're getting a couple of brothers who you know is going to agree. You know what I'm saying, or feel it, or more gonna feel it your way, or you giving yourself an opportunity to build a narrative on a brother. I'm not talking about specific things in Israel right now. I'm just talking about the overall what's going on in Israel. Talking about this overall effect in Israel, not nothing major going on in Israel right now. Not at this moment. I'm not talking about it, but it says you won't go to your brother and tell him, man, you wronged me this way, and this is how I feel about it. And I don't know if are you scared of your brother, or are you scared that the way you feel is wrong and you don't want it to come to a council because it's gonna get pointed out how wrong you are. But it don't none of that really matters. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go to your brother. Hey brother, I got a problem with you doing such and such. It makes me feel such and such. And according to this book in that chapter, you really breaking the law. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, man. But y'all rather just carry hate in your heart for your brother. And that's ridiculous, man. But I'm pretty sure everybody, when they came into the truth, man, maybe not everybody, but I did, and I heard other brothers say they felt the same way. When you find out you was an Israelite and the proof of your existence as an Israelite was in the Bible, and there was a community of people who believed this, you probably thought you was going to come into a room or area or space in life where everybody was 100% on the same page. People, black, Hispanic people love each other, forgave each other, understood each other. But lo and behold, that's not Salaki. That's not what's happening in Israel. What we got is a lot of backbiting and backsliding. Let's get to the next scripture. It says this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. So again, don't be carrying that hate for your brother in your heart, man. I ain't gonna say you're gonna like everybody that's in Israel, but you can't hate that nigga, bro. Salakia. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. The nigga's heavy on this. You heavy on the rebuke, but you didn't even go get you didn't even do a full investigation. You didn't diligently seek out all the information to see if what you heard or what you felt was right. You know what I'm saying? You just went on and started doing rebuke videos after rebuke videos. I see brothers make a video and they'll make I ain't gonna say questionable title, but an intriguing title. And brothers won't watch the video, and I can tell because I watched the video and brothers responding to the video, not saying nothing about what he said. They just taking what the label of the video is for fact and just doing response videos on that, man. That's sad, bro. That's sad. I used to look up to some, man. I used to look up to some of you brothers, bro. And this is how y'all act, man. Y'all judge without making a diligent inquisition, man. And it's sad, bro. I really thought we was Israelites. I really thought this word was how we got down, man. But sometimes I see not. It's verse 18 says, "Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people." You ain't supposed to hold grudges, man. You might learn a lesson over brother and the brother haven't repented from this thing, and you might learn, okay, this brother's a thief. I can't leave my wallet around this brother. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna interact with their brother, but you know you gotta forgive him either way. But you might, you know what I'm saying? But you can't hold that grudge against them. Is what I'm saying. I'm not saying be a fool and put yourself in the words. Not saying be a fool and put yourself in bad situations. But you definitely can't hold a grudge, man. Understand why niggas is thieves. Understand the mindset of our people, what they're going through to make them feel like that type of stuff is okay or acceptable, or what they need to do to make it. You know what I'm saying? And then while understanding that, understand that you need to protect what you got. You know, it says, but thou shalt look, Salakia. Thou shalt not bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love the neighbor as thyself. I am Yahweh. So Yahweh is saying that that we gotta love our brothers, man. The Lord is saying you gotta love your brother and search out your heart, you know what I'm saying, brother, sister. This is somebody that you hate. I got some brothers I don't like, bro. I got brothers and sisters in this truth and in the world I don't like. I can't stand. I don't want to be around. But I love you. You know what I'm saying? I got a sister in my job right now. I can't stand her, bro. But it's, you know what I'm saying, it's on the shift we was on. It was just me and her as far as Judah. You know what I'm saying? As far as Israelites, period. And I know if anything was to happen to that job where I had to make sure everybody was getting out safe, she my number one. I can't stand her, but she my number one priority, making sure she get out there building safely. You know what I'm saying? Because I love her. Because I believe this. I can't say nothing for the rest of you brothers and sisters, but I believe what I'm reading, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Salakia. All right, this is the verse before. This is Leviticus 19 and 16. It said, "Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people." And a lot of you, brother, again, you don't want to you don't want to make diligent inquisition. You going off, you already mad. So when somebody else coming with "I heard" on that same person, or "I think I heard," "I feel" on that same person, you just taking it and run with it. You ain't doing no diligent inquisition. You ain't digging up the facts. You ain't calling none of the people really involved in the rumor. You just going with it. You know what I'm saying? You basically you becoming a talebearer in this situation, man. The rest of the scripture say, "Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am Yahweh." Like I said, man, if the police can't run up in my job, man, acting the fool and trying to arrest, well, I don't know why this would happen, but if it was to go down like that sister would be my number one priority, making sure she's safe, man. And I'm not gonna let, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna let nobody just put their hands on her or nothing like that crazy, bro. And I put my life on the line and make sure it go down. And again, I can't stand this sister, but I understand what it is to build a nation, man. I understand what saving her life would do to her mentally, what it would do to the heathen mentally, what it would do to other Israelites mentally. I understand it. I understand some parts of what the Most High is trying to do here when he's saying this. But it says, "Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am Yahweh." Again, these are commandments from the Most High, man. That's how you got to act. So you don't like that brother. You're not feeling his vibe. You don't like the way he teach. You don't like something about his personality. Maybe you're an anime there. You're not in the anime. Maybe nigga hell in the sports. You ain't in the sports like that. You don't hate the nigga, but it's just not your nigga. Make sure you still willing to put your life on the line for him, because that's a commandment, man, from the Most High. Let's see what his son had to say about it. This is the book of John, chapter 15 and 13. It says, "Greater love hath no man than this, that man lay down his life for his friends." So is you still willing to lay your life down for that brother, man? Do you really feel like you can do that for that brother, or is you so mad that it's to hell with him? Is that how you really feel, that it's really to hell with this brother because you got a problem with him, man? And again, I'm gonna keep saying it, bro. As we Israelites, as we not, man. As we really supposed to forgive each other. Man, I got people, bro. I got people who did stuff to me that's worthy of death, bro. I forget it, nigga, bro. I understand what this captivity do to people. I understand what this captivity make you feel like it's okay. What the entertainment industry presents to our people is okay behavior. You know what I'm saying? Brothers not full of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Brothers not seeking wisdom, knowledge, and understanding at the same rate that I am, or other brothers. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta forget it, bro. Or even for brother is that just because a brother's in the truth don't mean he's not capable of a major slip up. You know what I'm saying? We striving every day. All right. It's the book of Matthew. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 23. "Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there remembers that thy brother hath aught against thee, leave thy gift before the altar and go thy way, and first be reconciled to thy brother. Then come and offer thy gift. Then you come back and you deal with the Most High, man. When you get right with your brother, man, when you get ready to offer these gifts, bro, you can't make offer to the Most High and you got hate in your heart towards your brother, man. You want to be right with the Most High. Make sure you. What the Lord's prayer say? Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. We want the Most High to forgive us the same way we're supposed to be forgiving these people down here, man. So make sure you forgiving your brother, bro. Learn from it, bro. I had a little situation, brother was supposed to mow my yard. Everything, I ain't gonna lie, everything worked out now. But what happened was I met the brother. He mowed my yard on credit. I paid the brother. Then I was out of town with the brother's home camp. So I wasn't in town. And he offered, and I called the brother to see what was up, and he said he was out of town himself. So, but he agreed to cut my yard, so I paid him ahead of time. And brother disappeared on me for like 2 or 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? With that little cash out, you know what I'm saying? Or with the little change I owed him. But I really understood then. I was a little mad. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little mad, but I kind of understood then that his brother probably had some minor come up and just didn't have it in his chest enough to be like, "Hey, brother, I'm sorry, I got this, that going on, but I promise I'm gonna get to your yard." So by the time I didn't hide Esau to come do my yard. You know what I'm saying? Because my yard was looking crazy after 2 or 3 weeks. I hired Esau to come do my yard. Esau pull up and think he got the wrong address because my yard has been freshly mowed. You know what I'm saying? The brother freshly mowed the yard, man. So it was a good thing that I forgave that brother. And, you know, the brother finally called and hollered at me and we reconciled, you know what I'm saying, worked it out. And he apologized like a man, you know what I'm saying? Just like I thought he had something going on, you know. But these are the type of things we got to do, man. If we want this forgiveness from the Most High, man, we got to be forgiving our brother, letting stuff roll off your back, man. You know, Israel, ain't we a stiff necked people? This Bible is true, man. We're a stiff necked. We the ones trying not to be a stiff necked people, but overall, our people are stiff necked, man. So expect that. If you ain't running into bullshit, then you probably not an Israelite, man. Excuse my language. But if you're not running into nonsense with your people, then either the people you think is Israelites ain't Israelites, or you not an Israelite. One of the two, man. All right. Again, this one ought to be cut and dry right here. This is 1 John 4:20. If a man say, I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar, for he loveth not Salakia. For he that loveth not his brother whom he seeth, how can he love the Most High whom he hath not seen? So how can you ain't seen the Most High? Of course, we all got faith, but we saying we do. But how can you say you love the Most High who you don't see, but you hate this brother who, nigga, you've been in the truth for 5 years. You ain't smoked weed in 4.5 years. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you still mad at this motherfucker from 7 years? Excuse my language. You still mad at this brother from 7 years ago? You know what I'm saying? Who shorted you on a dub sack? You don't even smoke weed no more, but you still feel a way about it. You know, so come on, man. Let that little stuff go. Even in the truth, bro, you gonna have brothers do you wrong. It might be miscommunication. You might buy some ZZ for somebody. You know what I'm saying? You might feel like they overcharged you. You know what I'm saying? Something like that whole time they weren't paying attention to what they sent you that you owe. You know what I'm saying? It little stuff like that, bro. Be making shit. I ain't saying in Ciroc say work that type of stuff out. You know what I'm saying? And when you're dealing with that money, work stuff out. But still, I'm saying stuff happens, bro. We shouldn't be letting stuff like this be the reason that we hate our brothers and be a reason that we're not getting into the because you're not getting into the kingdom. Because he who hated his brother is a murderer. I ain't get that, but if you hate your brother, you're a murderer in your heart. And what type of people ain't gonna enter into the kingdom? Murderers, bro. That's in the list of people who not gonna enter into the kingdom, man. The murderers. So like, all right. I just the book of John, chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give you, that you love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. So we supposed to love each other, brother. Right? Christ is down here, bro. What Christ got crucified for us, brother. And what did he say? He said, Father, forgive them for what they did, bro. It's the type of love you gotta have for your brother. I'm not saying continually put yourself around stupid situations, bro, but we gotta really be letting stuff go, bro. Let that situation go, forget that brother, and then let him go. If he haven't repented for what he did, you know what I'm saying, let him go. If he did repent, man, reconcile, bro, get back to how it used to be. That's all I want to say, man. Israel, man, start loving each other, start forgiving each other, start doing right by each other. Shalom, family. Call hello, Yahweh, by Shama Mashiach, Yahweh.